Hello, everybody. I am Oatmeal Joey Arnold, author of over 10,000 videos, the creator of over 10,000 videos. There's YouTube deleted 2012. No, it's not 2012. Why am I saying that? Why am I thinking about 2012 again? 2022, 12/12, Monday. The weekly Oatmeal Show, episode 93, Wednesday. That's right. I was watching Wednesday. Out of all the things I can talk about from this week, I feel too exhausted to really talk about a lot of things. We're making a lot of videos about a lot of things. I kind of want to do it, but I feel pretty exhausted and everything else because of everything. And you can imagine. I mean, there's a lot of things on my mind and everything. I just took a 3-hour nap and I feel pretty out of the weather. And I spent the last 3 hours trying to upload like a few videos. No, not videos, but photos to Facebook, and it kept on blocking me and everything, and stopping me without stopping me. And they won't tell me like if there's a problem or something. Like they should just tell me, sorry, we don't want you to upload any more photos. But it won't. Instead, it would just be like, oh, this page is not available, or we're sorry, we can't load the page right now. It's like, give me a break, Facebook. And why do you have to do that? You're trying to compete with YouTube to be one of the worst social media networks ever. That's pretty devastating. So, I'm not gonna be really excited right now. But I've been that. I've been that kind of person that's been excited, and I am excited and not excited. I'm working on a snow hill, and then he said like, "Oh, it's too big. I might mess with the pipes." And I was like, "What's that all about?" I don't know. But so I started doing something in the backyard. I think that's kind of cool and not cool. Not that I really care, but I do, but I don't, kind of thing. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't look straight at the camera on purpose because I don't like the way that I look. I guarantee it. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it. So Wednesday's like cosplay and everything. So I was gonna talk about that in this episode, but I feel like I just don't really want to put a lot of effort into it because I feel exhausted and everything else at the moment. So I feel like I just don't. Everything's like just like falling apart in a way. But at the same time, things are good in some ways and terrible in other ways. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'm happy. And I'm torn to pieces at the same time for a lot of different reasons. For a lot of, I don't know. How do I look? How do I look? Did that look better? Oh. So I was thinking about talking about the Twitter files and a wide variety of things, and I feel like my voice is gonna give. It's gonna give out and everything. Even though it's sudden, like, why would it? Like, but it is, man. I got problems and stuff, and I don't want to talk too much about everything. Um, I thought it was interesting that the first website they say was from '91. I don't know if that's actually true, but that's what you'll see if you look it up. If you look up like when did the internet start, when was the first website or the first web browser or the first web builder, they say 1991. Now there was email going back to like 1971 or something like that, and that was managed by like DARPA or ARPANET, and they had the protocol. They had their own protocol thing, and then they switched over to FTP, and then that was like, okay, so FT. Oh wait. So they developed FTP, and then the file transfer protocol FTP, and they were using their own system or something. But then they switched over to TCP/IP later on in like 80, 81, 82 or something like that. And so they had email. They were developing email since like 65, and then ARPANET or whoever started their own version that was a little bit more standardized, universal, starting in like 71 or something. And so email in a way is like It's kind of like a website. It's not a website, but it's like it is like um, kind of like a private website in a way, because what is a website? Website is just like a page with text and stuff, like a Word document. That's basically what a website is. Usually it's in HTML, something like that, and you could see it through a web browser, but I would imagine that's not the only way to access a website. So it's like I imagine that even though the internet will say that the first website was 91, it may not actually be 91. But as far as like the first like normal website that's like public through a web browser, that might have been 91, in the sense of like a web browser was published for the world to use in 91, August 6th. That's what the internet told me when I looked it up. And it's like perhaps that was the first public web browser, but I'm not sure if that's totally true. But the name of the web browser was World Wide Web, and then they renamed it Nexus later on in like 94, so that they don't confuse nobody. But I imagine don't know if that was actually the first web browser, but perhaps that was the first web browser in 91. But was that the only way that you could access the internet? I don't know about that. Because I guess back to the question of like, what is the internet? Like, an email is basically like a web page, except that it's not broadcast to everybody. It's only sent, and so it's like it's sent over to the recipients of the email, and so it's like kind of like peer to peer in a way, and that's kind of good. And in a sense, that's like it's like a web page, but it's only sent to some people. And so, what's your definition of website? If website means something that is there on the internet where you can go to it and you can see it, you don't have to get it, you don't have to receive it in an email. Perhaps the first website was in 91 based on that definition, but I don't know, because it's possible that there were websites before 91, but you would have to maybe use a command prompt to get to it, like MS-DOS or a terminal, and type in the address and go there, like manually, instead of using a web browser. Just use a terminal or MS-DOS or something to get to the website manually. Anyways, I didn't really want to talk about all that, but that was kind of on my mind. I thought it was interesting. Out of all the millions of topics that I could talk about and everything, that I think it's really cool and everything. I feel like I just don't want to. I do and I don't kind of thing, because I just feel totally drained out right now. I feel like I'm just gonna fall apart right now. I feel bad. Don't know why I feel so bad. So weird. But I feel kind of bad, and I feel pretty like not happy about a wide variety of things. Even though I'm happy about other things, not happy about some things. Some things kind of bothering me, and I think it's kind of cool what's happening in the world and my own life and everything. And I want to talk about it for the next few hours, and I want to let you know. But then I don't want to repeat myself. But then again, I'm gonna do it anyways. But I'm not gonna do it. But I don't. But I do. But I do. But I don't. and I can go on and ramble for a few more hours, which is what I like to do and I don't like to do. But I feel like I'm too busy, because I feel like I never get things done, because I'm always like doing too many things. But I'm not here to talk about that right now, believe it or not. This video is already 10 minutes long and I haven't even scratched the surface to everything. Which I plan to do, like I seriously plan to do. I gotta figure out how I wanna do it. How I wanna go about all the projects that I've been working on. And then the ones that I haven't even started yet, kind of thing. But the title of this weekly video is Wednesday, because I was watching through the first season. I thought it was a little bit like cosplay, in a way. I don't know if the Addams family is supposed to be Mexican or not originally, from whoever wrote it. Supposedly it was a guy named Adams who wrote a show called Addams. And they had the original series back in the 1950s and 1960s. And then there was the Monsters, which was somebody else came up with their own version of the Addams family. And I just don't know what the original story was supposed to be. And the show is black and white, so I can't tell if they were supposed to be Mexican or not. Not that it matters, but it does and it doesn't, kind of thing. But the girl that plays Wednesday is pretty good, and their roommate's pretty good. And I think I'm not gonna do a spoiler right now, but even though I don't really care if I do or don't, but just wanted to make this video. But this video is pretty big. I'm gonna run out of space because I only have 200 gigabytes of space left on my hard drive at the moment. And I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, because if I make a video and it's like a gigabyte, 1 gigabyte, and I do that every day for 200 days, then I'm out of space. What am I supposed to do? And 1 gigabyte, that's only an hour, so it's only 200 hours of video, and then then I'm out of space. I feel pretty devastated about that, because before you know it, it's you're out of space kind of thing. So that's why I kind of feel like I don't like to make long videos, but I always have a lot to say. But then I'm I feel pretty stressed out and stuff, because I'm oh man, you better talk as fast as possible, because if you don't talk as fast as possible, you're gonna waste gigabytes. You only got a couple gigabytes left. So I'm okay, skip the intro, skip the ending part. Just end videos, start videos, end videos. Talk as fast as quickly as quickly as possible, so that you save space.